Yes, guys, we are back with another stream, a preview, and I'm back on my laptop. I'm back home from holiday. I'm back with another preview. Well, obviously the big one, Bees versus Fulham. This is a big game, guys. We need to win this one. We're looking for Europe, Europa Conference, and this could help us get there. As well as Man City winning the big one today, of course, the FA Cup. By the way, there's a link there. If anyone does want to hop on, I know there's nobody in live chat at the moment. There might not be. Of course, there's the FA Cup final today, as we all know. Palace and City, big one. So, I'm sure a lot of people will be watching that, as I will be, of course. Definitely want to see that. It's important, of course, City win. As much as I'd love Palace to win, new name on the trophy, be brilliant. I still would love City because obviously it gives us a chance for Europe, and, Europa Conference. But we still got win today, so job's not done anyway, no matter if City win today or not. We still got to win tomorrow. It's a big one, big West London derby. And, we never needed to win more than tomorrow, really, to keep that 8th position and in with a chance of Europa Conference. As I have already mentioned, though, it doesn't matter to me. If we don't get Europe, I'm fine with that. I'm happy with at least 8th, 9th, even 10th. Be our biggest, highest top place finish in the Premier since we've been here. Top flight finish. So, for me, guys, that's all that matters as well. We don't get it. We don't get Europe this season. It's no biggie. I'm happy maybe next season if we get it or whenever. Whenever it happens. If we happen to get it this season, that's cool. Cool with me. I'll take it. But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to get onto the preview of this, guys, and there's plenty of other things to discuss, do with the B. So, before the football, which is half 4, of course, the FA Cup final. And as I say, I've been away on holiday, so I did kind of do at least about 2 or 3 streams while I was away, at least 3. So I managed to do 3 of them, but obviously couldn't do as many. And now I'm back, though, and I'm back on my laptop because I was on my tablet, of course, so it wasn't as great. But I still thought I'd done fairly good streams. I still think they were pretty good, I guess. But anyway, we're going to crack on and going to go into the first article here, which will be the preview, of course. So just going to do this, get on to this. Got a few things to talk about. But obviously the first one is the preview. And I'll bring that up and we can get into that. Yeah, we go. Match preview, Bees versus Fulham. Analysis, team news, match officials and more. Here's everything you need to know ahead of Brentford's West London derby against Fulham in the Premier League tomorrow. 3 p.m. kickoff. Brentford host Fulham at GTEC Community Stadium on Sunday with the West London derby their final home fixture of the Premier League season. Both teams can still potentially qualify for the Europa Conference League, but head into this game in differing form. The Bees have won their last 4 matches, while this weekend's opposition have lost 4 of their last 5. Well, we all know that does go out the window sometimes, form, and, the form table, the stats, all go out the window at times. So, I'm not underestimating Fulham. As much as we're in good form and winning all the games, great form, we could still lose. It could still happen. And, also actually, guys, apologies for being late again. Was supposed to be on at 3, but I've only just got back today earlier, so trying to get back into the swing of things. So That's why I'm on a little bit later than I was hoping to be. But anyway, carry on with this. Yeah, we're in great form. We won our last four matches, of course. And but we could still cock it up. We could still lose. It's still possible. Here's the pre-match analysis. Stephen Gillet, playmaker stats, plenty at stake in crucial West London derby. Well, it certainly is. There is plenty at stake. Brentford host Fulham in their final home game of the season on Sunday, and interestingly, the West London rivals are each closing in on their highest ever Premier League points tallies. Marco Silva's side need only one more win to break Fulham's all-time Premier League points record, set in 2008-9 of 53 points, while Thomas Frank's Bees need a win and a draw from their remaining two fixtures to match the 59 points they chalked up during the 22-23 campaign. European football next season remains a possibility for both teams, although Brentford 4 points clear of the 11th place Cottagers are currently in the box seat for the extra Europa Conference League spot. They will be awarded to the Premier League should Man City defeat Palace in the FA Cup final today. I hope they do. There's plenty at stake, therefore, and the stats suggest that a topsy-turvy encounter could be on the cards. Fulham looked on course for victory last weekend against Fulham after Raul Jimenez's thumping header put them in front at Craven Cottage, but the Toffees equalised via a somewhat fortunate deflected strike from Vitaly Mikalenko on the stroke of half-time, and then powered to a 3-1 victory after the break. The Cottagers have now dropped 28 points from losing positions this term, a figure only matched by relegated Southampton in the Premier League in 24-25. Brentford can probably relate to Fulham's frustrations, given that the Bees dropped 30 points, the most in the division, from leading positions in 23-24. And while the Bees have improved in this regard this season, Frank's side have still lost 5 games in which they have led during the current campaign. On the flip side of that coin, however, both Brentford and Fulham have proved to be two of the most resilient sides in the Premier League this term. Only Liverpool 22, Man City 20 and Newcastle 19 have won more points from losing positions than Fulham 18, going into Sunday's clash, and Brentford 17 are right behind them. What is also clear regarding Fulham's season so far is that it has been a collective effort, and the Cottagers currently boast the most prolific bench in the Premier League. With Brazilian game changer Rodrigo Muniz leading the way with 6 goals off the bench, Fulham have scored a whopping 29% of their 51 league goals via substitutes this season. And Marco Silva's side have carried a huge attacking threat late in games. Only Bournemouth 18 scoring more Premier League goals after 75 minutes than the Cottagers 17. Fulham may finish strong, but Brentford have earned renown for their fast starts this season, and only Liverpool 38, Man City 38 and Newcastle 37 have scored more top-flight goals before half-time than the Bees 32 this term. Fast starts, fluctuating scorelines, game-changing subs and buckets of late goals. Sunday has all the potential ingredients you could wish for if you were planning to whip up a bouting West London derby. Scout report, Dan Long, Sky Sports, patchy run of results leaves Fulham with mountain to climb in European chase. Many thought Fulham would struggle when Alexander Mitrovic, the club's 7th highest goal scorer of all time, left for Saudi Arabia in August 2023, but they coped without him. And there were similar conversations last summer when João Paulinho finally left for Bayern Munich. 11 months after his initial move to the Bundesliga giants had broken down, when the Whites were unable to secure a suitable successor for the midfielder. Once again, they found a way to make it work once their star man had departed. Marco Silva's side picked up 12 points from their first 9 Premier League games. Then ended a three-match winless run with a dramatic victory over Brentford in the West London derby on 4th November, which I remember all too well, unfortunately. 2 late goals from Wilson. Came on a sub to score 2. Broke our hearts 1-0 up, of course we were. And of course lost. 2 late goals, as we usually do at times, in injury time or whatever. Tonight had been our season so far, dominant, the best team on the pitch, creating many more chances. But the reality is we didn't get the points we deserved from the games, he said afterwards. Sometimes football takes that from you, but in the end it gives to you if you keep working hard. Following that up with a 2-0 win at Crystal Palace, put them 7th for the November international break, and off the back of an unbeaten December, comprising 2 wins and 5 draws on New Year's Day. Fulham occupied 8th spot, just 6 points behind Chelsea in 4th. 2 Raul Jimenez penalties salvaged a 2-2 draw at home to Ipswich in their first game of 2025 to extend their unbeaten run to 8. But Silva responded afterwards to talk of finishing in the European spot and urged realism. I prefer our team to speak on the pitch, he said. If you want to be fighting for Europe, you have to be much more ruthless and aggressive. His side won 3 of the next 5, a run that included victories over fellow European hopefuls Newcastle and Nottingham Forest, but a patchy run of results since late February has diminished hopes, and last Saturday's 3-1 loss to Everton at Craven Cottage has left them with a mountain to climb. Whether there is a Conference League spot up for grabs for the team that finishes 8th hinges on Man City beating Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final. But Fulham in 11th are 4 points behind Brentford in 8th anyway. It felt like last chance saloon and they lost, said Jack Kelly in hot off the press. Depending on the result at Wembley, a West London derby could take the battle down to the final day. European qualification and a downturn in results aside, Fulham still have the chance to make 2024-25 one of their best Premier League seasons to date, statistically. 5 goals would better the 55 they scored in 22-23 and 24-25, while 1 win from the final 2 games would not only match their best of 15 set in 22-23, but it would also set a new points record, which currently stands at 53, achieved under Roy Hodgson in 2008-09. Good old Boise boy. That season they qualified for the Europa League, but even if they break that record in the final fortnight, it still might be enough to do similar 16 years on. In the dugout, of course, Marco Silva, we all know him. Marco Silva passed 13 years in management in September and has now taken charge of almost 500 matches in Portugal, Greece and the UK. After a playing career as a right back in his home country, the Portuguese was appointed director of football in Estoril in 2011, but was quickly thrust into his first role as leading man when the club endured an unfavourable start to the campaign and Vinicius Eutropio was sacked. Silva managed to turn the club's fortunes around, winning the Liga de Honra, Portugal's second tier, and cementing their return to the Primeira League after a 7-year exile. In 2014, Silva signed a 4-year deal at Sporting CP and went on to win the Taça de Portugal, the Portuguese Cup, but he lasted just over a year in charge. Shortly after the cup win, the club produced a 400-page document where they detailed the reasoning for his dismissal, with one section claiming his failure to wear a club suit during a match partly justified the decision. A title-winning season at Olympiacos came next before he took on a firefighting job at relegation-threatened Hull in January 2017. Silva galvanised the Tigers team that included Harry Maguire and Andy Robertson, but ultimately could not prevent the club dropping back into the Championship, and he resigned just under 5 months later. That preceded time at Watford and Everton before he joined Fulham as their new head coach in July 2021. He won the Championship title with the club in 21-22 before guiding them to their first top-half Premier League finish since 2011-12 in 22-23. Silva reached 150 games in charge in October and is approaching 4 years in the job, making him the club's longest-serving manager since Chris Coleman, who left in 2007. He is also currently the 7th longest-serving manager in the top 4 divisions of English football. The Game Plan with Jack Kelly, Fulhamish podcast. Jack Kelly at the Fulhamish podcast explains how Marco Silva is likely to set up his side to face the Bees. It will be a 4-2-3-1 with one holding midfielder in Sander Berger and one slightly more advanced in, I'm guessing, Sasa Lukic, then one number 10 in Smith Rowe or Pereira, said Kelly. The 2 wide players will be maybe Iwobi, maybe Harry Wilson, maybe Sessegnon, maybe Adama Traore, then one up top, which will probably be Raul Jimenez, as Rodrigo Muniz is out for the season. They are trying to manage Anthony Robinson's minutes right now, and he is playing every other game, so I think he will start on Sunday if that is the plan. Kenny Tete will be at right back, then Calvin Bassey and Joachim Andersen, 2 really strong defenders at centre back. That was their last starting 11 versus Everton in the Premier League 4-2-3-1. Leno, Tete, Anderson, Bassey, Sessegnon, Pereira, Berger, Wilson, Smith Rowe, Iwobi and Jimenez. And the team news, Hickey in contention for Fulham clash. So this is good news, guys. What we'd like to see here. Aaron Hickey could play a part, could come on. Could be, well, at least be on the bench, let's hope. Brentford head coach Thomas Frank provided an update on fullback Aaron Hickey during his pre-match press conference on Wednesday. Hickey, who hasn't made a first-team appearance since October 2023 due to a hamstring injury, assisted Paris Maghoma's goal in Brentford's under-21s 3-0 victory over Barnsley under-21s earlier this month. So he has played, of course. Has played some matches, 1 or 2. Only warm-up games, sort of behind closed doors or whatever, something like that. Hickey is getting closer, Frank revealed. He could be involved against Fulham. He is pushing. Fellow defender Christopher Ayer was absent as the Bees beat Ipswich Town 1-0 at Portman Road last weekend. He is much better, said Frank. He trained today and will train Friday and Saturday. He will be available for Sunday. Well, that's good news. Midfielder Vitaly Janelt will not play a game this season, having had surgery to address an issue in his heel. I don't think he's exactly a miss for us. I think as a decent player he is. He's not, well, I don't think he's amazing. I think he's decent, but I think we got enough to cover him anyway. I really do. We got enough players, to fill in. Of course, we got Jensen to come back, of course, as well. So, Jensen is available. Or 1 or 2 others. So, yeah. Fabio Carvalho's shoulder has been out for ages and he's still out and looks like he will miss out for the rest of the season. He's also unlikely to feature again this campaign. While Josh Da Silva knee remains sidelined, and I don't think he'll be playing either the rest of the season. Not a surprise, he's been out for forever. Anyway, match officials, Gillet to return to the G-Tech for 3rd time this season. Yeah, Gerard Gillet or Gillet, whatever you like to call him. Gillette, as some people call him. But he's not the best a team can get. And not the best for our team. He's made, a few mistakes. Yeah, but anyway, he's the ref for this game tomorrow. Gerard Gillet or Gillette or Gillette, whatever you like to call the guy. Assistants Ian Hussin and Sean Massey Ellis, of course, with her again. Messi, of course, responsible for that thing with Awonyi for Forest, not putting the flag up straight away. And that's what led to that injury. And him going into, into an induced coma, terrible injury, abdominal. That was all through that, of course. And but nobody can blame her. That's the way it is. That's what every Lions person does, man, woman, it doesn't matter. They all do it. And, that's the rules. That's the VAR rule. I think they should scrap it. I really do. I hate it. Really do hate that rule. But I don't think they will, unfortunately. And that seems to be the way. If something like that happens in our game and we get a player injured like that and, has to go into a coma or whatever, that'd be fucking terrible as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, we move on. Fourth official, Farai Halam. Video assistant referee, John Brooks. Born on the Gold Coast, Australia. Highly rated A-League referee, Jared Gile, emigrated to England in 2019 to study at Liverpool John Moores University, specialising in research on children with cerebral palsy. He went on to make his EFL officiating debut in April of that same year. Gile made history in September 2021 when he became the first overseas official to referee a Premier League match when he took charge at Watford versus Newcastle United. His last Brentford assignment was the Bees' 1-0 defeat to Aston Villa in February. Gile has refereed 22 games this season, showing 86 yellow cards and one red. Memorable meeting. Of course, Brentford 3, Fulham 2. Yeah, I remember this one. Premier League, 6th of March 2023. Again, Tony was there. He was still playing. Still in the team. Still here. Brentford edged a pulsating West London derby against Fulham to extend their unbeaten run in the Premier League to 12 games. Ethan Pinnock and Manor Solomon, who's no longer there, traded goals at either end of the first half as the rivals went in level. Ivan Toney restored the Bees' advantage from the penalty spot early in the second half, with Matthias Jensen making the game safe 7 minutes from time. Carlos Vinicius netted a late consolation for Marco Silva's side, but there would be no denying Brentford all 3 derby night points. Yeah, I remember it. Brilliant. Great game. Yeah, could do with something like that again. Probably not conceding 2, but obviously to win the game would be great. You'd think we should, but who knows? And there's Luca, he's in here. Big up to you, Luca. Yeah, hi. Hi, mate. Big up to you, bro. Hope your stream's going well. I believe you're supposed to be doing one at the moment. You said you're going live, so hope it's going well. I'll try and have a quick look when I finish this one. But obviously the football will be starting at R4, the FA Cup final. So I'll be watching that, man. I'm sure you will be. But anyway, so we'll move on from this and get on to what's the next one. Obviously, we'll talk about the team, the lineup. It'll probably be an unchanged team anyway. But yeah, I've already mentioned about Aaron Hickey, so I won't bother with that. Let's move on to this one. And yeah, Bramo and Frank nominated for Premier League awards. Superb. I think they deserve them, as far as I'm concerned. Been amazing again this season. Yeah, Bramo and Frank nominated for Premier League awards. Brentford's Brian Bramo and Thomas Frank have been nominated for the Premier League's end of season awards. The forward is up for the division's player of the season. Probably could get it. Deserves it. It's been amazing. While the Bees head coach is in contention for manager of the season. And why not? He's been incredible again, Thomas. Amazing. If he gets us into Europe, 8th place, 9th place finish. Anyway, if we don't get Europe, it's still a great season. Voting will close at 12 p.m. on Monday, 19th of May. Brentford's Brian Bramo and Thomas Frank have been nominated for Premier League Player of the Season and Manager of the Season, respectively. Bramo and Frank have played an instrumental role in an incredibly impressive campaign. The Bees sit 8th, which could see the West Londoners qualify for the Europa Conference League. And Bramo has had a phenomenal season in red and white, recording 25 goal involvements, 18 goals and 7 assists. This is a club record for most goal participations in a Premier League campaign, surpassing Ivan Toney's 24 from the 22-23 season. There's been a combination of brilliant goals. His 23-second volley against Spurs, what a goal, was superb. And match-winning strikes, the 96-minute winner against Ipswich Town. Yeah, remember that, which have helped the Bees to 8th in the top flight. There's one. In it goes from Bramo, astonishing. Brian's late winner. Can't show you that, obviously. Yeah, I'll be in trouble, copyrighted or whatever. Bramo has formed a brilliant front line alongside Johan Visser and Kevin Shardy this term, with the trio netting a combined total of 47 top-flight goals. The Brentford forward is nominated alongside Nottingham Forest Morgan Gibbs-White and Chris Wood. Newcastle United's Alexander Isak, Arsenal's Declan Rice and Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk, Ryan Gravenberch and Mohamed Salah. Vote for Brian Bramo to win Player of the Season. I probably will, but the thing is he probably still won't get it. I would say it's one of those, Salah, Isak or Rice maybe. I don't know. It probably won't be him. He's had a great season, but I doubt if he'll get it as much as he deserves it. In the dugout, Frank is close to guiding Brentford to their highest ever Premier League points tally this term. The Bees need a win and a draw from their remaining 2 fixtures to match the 59 points they chalked up during the 2022-23 campaign. Not just that, but the West Londoners could end the season with a spot in the Europa Conference League, which Frank said he is dreaming of, with 2 games left to play. The Dane is closing in on 7 years as Bees head coach, during which time he has managed 315 games and won 132, with 16 of those victories coming in the Premier League this term. Also up for Premier League Manager of the Season is Nottingham Forest Nuno Espirito Santo, Newcastle's Eddie Howe, Wolves' Vitor Pereira and Liverpool's Arne Slot. Vote for Thomas Frank to win Manager of the Season. Well, yeah, voting for both awards will close at 12 p.m. on Monday, 19th of May. Love to see him win it, but, it's very tough competition there. Who they're up against, as we know, very tough. Arne Slot, Eddie Howe, great managers. Nuno has done brilliant for Forest. It's not going to be easy for him to win that, or Bramo to win Player of the Season. That's not going to be easy at all. So, I don't know, but it'd be great if they do. I'd love it if they do, but can't see it somehow. Now we move on to the next article, next subject. And that's this one. Brentford launch sustainably upcycled club shirts with Reboot. So this is great stuff on the Bees. Our usual great things we do, community side of things and everything. Being responsible for planet Earth. Brentford is releasing bespoke, sustainably upcycled club shirts made from previous season's kit, created in collaboration with Reboot and London-based designers Rose Ed. The shirts have been produced from kits across the last 4 Premier League campaigns. and are available to buy in store on Sunday ahead of the Bees West London derby against Fulham. So go along and get one tomorrow, guys. Yeah. There we go. These shirts breathe new life into kits from the last 4 Premier League campaigns, celebrating memorable moments in the club's recent history. Limited shirts will be available for fans to purchase at the B Superstore before Sunday's Premier League fixture against Fulham. An estimated 100,000 tonnes of sports kit is sent to landfill every year globally. Landfill sites filled with slowly decomposing materials produce methane, a toxic greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change. To prevent some of the previous season's Brentford kit from going to landfill, the club has worked with Reboot and Rose Ed to upcycle the materials into limited edition bespoke club shirts. Each shirt is one of a kind and handmade by London-based designers from Rose Ed, being using unused stock from the previous 4 seasons of shirts manufactured by Umbro. A combination of Brentford home, away and third strips were upcycled to create the new shirts, which were conceived by Reboot's London-based team of designers. Shirts on the range each cost £120. It's a lot of money, of course, but it's probably a good thing. It's still a good thing to do. They are sold at cost price, and the club will not make any profit from sales, which is good. That's good to hear. We're not making a profit. All proceeds will cover the cost of manufacture and ensure that the designers and project partners are fairly rewarded. The range will be available online for Monday, 19th of May. I'll be having a look at these. Yeah. Check these out. That looks good. Good one. Shirts in the collection will include jock tag labels by Avery Dennison. Each label features a chip, which when scanned will tell the unique story of the shirt. Brilliant. The Brentford kits that the materials were sourced from, and more information about Reboot and Rose Ed. On the collaboration, sustainability manager James Beale, not Ian's brother, I don't think. I don't know. Could be. Entrepreneur, James Beale, said Brentford fans care about sustainability, so we wanted to offer them a unique way to support their club and the planet at the same time. Upcycled shirts have a lower carbon footprint than brand new shirts. So fans that buy from the Reboot range are making a planet positive decision. We hope that the range also inspires our fans to try to reuse, repair, and upcycle old kit. So we see as little Brentford kit as possible going to waste. Gabriella Mass, Reboot founder, added Brentford have shown that a football club's impact can go far beyond match day. Their commitment to sustainability and community is what inspired this collaboration. At Reboot, we're proud to support their vision by reimagining dead stock kit in a way that's both responsible and creatively driven, alongside London-based designers Rose Ed. This collection is a testament to Brentford's dedication to sustainability and to giving back to fans through meaningful, expressive design. Did you know 100,000 tonnes of sports kit going to landfill each year globally, equivalent to 951 football shirts per minute, or 500 million football shirts in total? A typical polyester club shirt generates approximately 5.5 kg of carbon dioxide across its lifetime. Saving 2 items of sports kit from landfill saves the same amount of carbon absorbed by a large tree every year. Reusing, repairing, or upcycling old kit can not only prolong its life, it can also reduce its carbon, water, and waste footprint by up to 30%. Well, there we go, guys. That's a good reason to do this, to use that, buy these upcycled kits and, reuse your old kits, your old shirts and everything. And they look really cool. Some of these look really snazzy. So definitely we'll be going. That's cool. That one. I've got that black one there in the middle, the away one. I didn't get the yellow one. But I've got that black one. That's cool. That's a cool one. Yeah, back to that one. Yeah, they look really cool. Some good, cool shirts there. Go and check them out, guys. And obviously you can get them online on here at the Bees website. So go and check them out. But we move on, of course, and I'm going to go into the team for tomorrow and what might happen. And obviously this is from our last match against Ipswich, beaten 1-0, of course, as we all know. Kevin Shardy with the only goal. And Flecken, I think it'd be the unchanged team. Same team, I believe, I would say. Why change a winning team? So Flecken, Coyote, who's been brilliant. I hope he carries on playing well. Flecken, if he can keep another clean sheet, it'd be amazing. I doubt if he will, but you never know. That'd be incredible. But still, yeah, Coyote, amazing. Lewis Potter has been really good. Had a great season. If he can continue as well, that'd be great. Collins, brilliant. Vandenberg, if they both continue the way they're going, be brilliant in defence there. Yarmulke has been great. Last 2 or 3 games that he's played, he started. And of course, that's because I think Jan Out's been out, injured and won't come back for this season. But yeah, I think he's been great. Norgard, of course, as usual, the goalie, the skipper, the captain. He's been incredible. Norgard, absolutely amazing again. Bramo and Visser, we all know what they've done. Incredible season. Damsgaard, amazing season. And Shardy, what a season he's had as well. So, all been amazing, these players so far. And hopefully they can continue tomorrow against Fulham. The subs will play a part, maybe. Konak's got to play a few more. Mag Homer, me, Thiago, of course, coming back. Jensen is back. Henry back. Let's hopefully play them. Let's hope they get some minutes tomorrow. Nunez as well. Pinnock, of course. Even the goalie, Valdemarson, he's got to play at least 1 or 2 of the last couple. Got to play some minutes, surely. Let's give him a try. If we do get Europe, it's amazing. If we don't, it's still a great season. And, we'll take it. It'd be fantastic. And I think it'd be the same unchanged team, unchanged lineup, I would say. I would like to see Hickey maybe on the bench, if that's possible. Really like to see him there, giving him a few minutes. He's got to play a game at least, or a few minutes in a game. For me, he's got to play. We need minutes of match fitness. He's hardly played at all. Well, he hasn't played at all this season. So, it's about time. About time he got some minutes. And, I hope he does play. He'll play some part tomorrow. But, I think this could be, this is a big game for both teams, really. Fulham, of course, they want to win as well. They're in bad form, and they're looking for Europe as well, not just us. And 8th place will create that if City win today. So we're still both teams reliant on City. And if they lose to Palace, of course, I'll be happy for Palace. New team winning the FA Cup. And then it'd be a Europa League spot in 7th. I can't see us getting 7th. There's no way we're catching Villa or whatever. So that won't happen. But, you know, all we got to do is do our job tomorrow. If City win today, then we know we got a chance of Europe. And we're playing for that still. And so are Fulham. If City lose, then we know we can't get it. But we still get a very good high position, 8th or 9th in the Premier. Our best finish for, in the four seasons we've been here. That'd be our best finish. So I'm happy with either, guys, you know. If we're in Europe next season, and I'd love it. If we're not, we're not. We're still going for things. We're still trying to achieve things, you know. We are ambitious. And, you know, I think we'd be still decent in Europe. I don't think we quite got the team for it yet. And enough players in, we'd have to buy new players. If we are in Europe, we need a bigger squad. And we're not quite up to playing these big teams yet, I don't think, in Europe. But I think conference is probably not you don't get the biggest teams exactly. It might be decent for us, a good one to start off in Europe, get the experience. So, yeah, I'll be happy. But anyway, who cares? I mean, as I say, you know, if we finish 8th or 9th, I'm pleased with that. And I'm actually going for us to win. I think Fulham will be tough. I just don't. We're not going to walk all over them. It's not going to be easy. It's not a piece of piss. I did say, I think I said 2-0 the Bees the other day. I think I'll stick with that. But the thing is, I still don't know if Flecken may concede. Got a clean sheet the other day, but that was only against Ipswich. I think Fulham have got more threat than they have. That's the problem. I really do. Likes of ESR, Iwobi, Jimenez, Traore. Yeah. You know, thinking about it more, I think it's going to be tougher than you think. And could be actually a few goals. There always is now. At the GTEC, there always is, you know, 4-3 again against United. Well, that was nuts. That was madness. So, I'm actually going to change that prediction now. I'm going for us to win still. I still think we can. I just think we can, but I just feel that there's probably Flecken might keep a clean sheet. I just got a feeling. And I'm going 3-2 to Bees. Another 3-2. You know, which I said about on one of them other games we spoke about from 2023. 3-2. I think that's possible, you know. I just think there could be a few goals. I don't think Flecken will get a clean sheet. He just can't always do it. And as much as our defence is good, I think our defence is really good at times and can be strong. We're still conceding goals, and I want Collins and Vandenberg to stay strong and keep strong at the back, as well as Coyote and Lewis Potter and so forth at the back. If Aya comes back as well, he may be on the bench. He may start, but I don't know. I think it'd be the same team. I can't see him changing it, Thomas, to be honest. But so probably Aya will be on the bench, and maybe Hickey will get a few minutes, maybe in the second half or something. So, yeah, but as I say, I'm going to still go for Brentford, the Bees, 3-2. I don't think there's anyone else in the live chat. I don't think Luca's there now, but if there is anyone, if you want to do your prediction, go ahead. I'm not on here much longer because obviously the football's coming up, R4. Yeah, a cup final. So I'll be watching that, guys. But anyway, it's been a great stream. It's great to get back and be able to use the laptop again. Back on here. That's brilliant. Yeah. Although I've done okay with the tablet. I think on holiday it was okay. Not being able to get all this up though in the background, that's, that was a shit. I like all this, having this stuff in the background, having, the articles to talk about and things like that on the screen. So I prefer all this really, guys. But yeah, it's been great. I hope people have enjoyed it. If you're watching it on live or on playback or whatever, this is a big game tomorrow. We're still got to wait and see what City do today. If they win, we win with a chance. We got Europa Conference. If we win tomorrow, especially, we can't fuck it up tomorrow. But even if we can't get that Europa Conference, I still hope we'll win. Let's finish the season well, lads. Let's get 2 wins. We got Wolves in our final game away. They're both winnable games, you would say, tomorrow and against Wolves. So yeah, but let's do it, guys. Let's sting them, Anyway, follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182 and subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat and Mr. B Chats England Cricket. As I say, the cricket streams will be after the football season finishes. I'm going to bring more cricket streams out after that. I'm going to be doing one for the England-Zimbabwe test match, which I think is a couple of weeks' time, maybe next week or week after. I know it's very soon, but I obviously will do a preview thing or something for that, or talk about that, review of it or something. Obviously, I've got more football streams to come. I've got the Buzz, which will be probably Monday. The reaction to this, of course, which will probably be tomorrow after the game. Unless it's Monday, I might make it part of the Buzz, maybe, if I do it Monday. I may try and get a Fulham fan on for the reaction, if possible. If I can't, well, it doesn't matter. It's no biggie. I'll carry on and do it myself, as usual. Whether I'm happy or not, whether it's positive or negative, I'll still be back to do the reaction. And, other things, got the Buzz still buzzing, got to bring that back. I haven't done that for a little while. And the Prem predictions stream, which I done yesterday, of course. Done that with AK and Warren and the other guys, Kyle and Jordan as well. Thanks to all them for being on, them lads. Brilliant, thank you. And keep supporting me and smashing the likes and subbing, guys. Still on 126. Let's keep the subs going up. And I don't do this for that, by the way. I don't do all this for the subs. I do it for the love of it and streaming and talking about my team. And, discussing the bees. As well as other teams, of course, and other things in football. But anyway, guys, thanks for this once again. And I'm going to bounce, going to watch the FA Cup final. Hopefully it'll be a good one. And whatever happens, happens. City win it. We got a chance of Europe. If they don't and Palace win, we're still going to have a good Premier finish position. It doesn't matter either way to me, guys, I've got another comment here. MUFC Global, big up to you, brother. Yeah, big up to you, bro. Thanks for coming in, man. I'm wrapping up. I'm going to bounce, so a little bit late, I'm afraid, but never mind. Thanks for coming in the live chat anyway. Brilliant. Yeah, as Global's just saying there, smash the like, people, if you haven't. Please do. and he's been on my stream. Thanks for coming on my stream before, brother. Brilliant. You're always welcome back, of course. You know that. Obviously, you can't come on now because I'm going to wrap it up, and obviously we've got the FA Cup final coming, so be watching all that. But anyway, guys, thanks for all that again. Please smash the likes and sub. Keep doing all that, as Global has said. And, until the next stream, which will be tomorrow, hopefully reaction to the whatever happens tomorrow for the Bees and Fulham. I'm out of here, guys. I'm bouncing. Cheers, guys. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Come on the Bees. Come on the Bees tomorrow. Yes. Come on.